Hi, so we are currently live together with the team from RIMAU NANGIS. So the guy is actually Datuk Abdul Hadiyazar, and
Yep.
the beautiful lady is Tumpute Nur Rabia, right? If I said all the name right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Correct.
And yeah, let me just introduce myself. I am Anderson. This is the
Hi.
Anderson Crypto channel. Thank you everybody to come into my channel today. So today we're gonna learn about the world of cryptocurrency, how a traditional business jumping into the cryptocurrency, and we're gonna learn from these two young people who are in the, I would say, the early stage of the cryptocurrency era. Okay, maybe not to say solely that Bitcoin everything started from 2015, but we start seeing businesses jumping into the cryptocurrency. And today we want to learn and to reason why actually these two people they want to come into this blockchain and cryptocurrency. Okay, so I think let's just introduce each other, right?
Yep.
What's your name? Again, mention your name to the audience, and maybe you can actually explain a little bit, not to explain, but introduce yourself, like your background,
Mhm.
your interest in this cryptocurrency. Simple things will do. All right. So we start with Dato Abdul Hadiazar.
Hi, sorry. Yeah. So I'm the top. I'm the CEO of RIMAU, and these are my sister. She's my sister Tun Putri Norabia. She's the
Oh, I see.
CEO for RIMAU. Yep. So
Good.
we are siblings. Yep. So basically, RIMAU, if I may, RIMAU, we started off in agriculture. So we wanted to basically see how farmers, how we can develop farmers around Malaysia, right? So we started off 7 years ago, just by producing our own feed mill and
Mm-hmm.
buying cattle here and there locally, and try to learn about the business.
Great.
So yeah. So after that, we became, we are interested in further the business. So that's
Mm.
when we started to get involved. We tried to find our own suppliers in Australia and our
Oh, I
own
see.
suppliers in Thailand. So we partner up with a few suppliers in Australia and also in Thailand. So in order for us to import our own cattle and then try to breed and also do the trading, basically. So yep. So we've been
So
doing
when
that for the past
you say,
7 years.
sorry, just to cut a little while,
No
right
worries.
before I go further. So you say import. You import like what do you import exactly from
we
Australia?
import we import live cattle, live cows. So
Oh,
cattle.
right.
Yeah. So we import at 400 kilos, 350 kilos. Basically, we want to do the business all year round. So we don't want to focus only for for example, the Hajj or the other festive. So we want to continue it all around. So that's why we import slaughter cattle, meaning to say meat,
I see.
pure meat. Yep. Correct.
Pure meat. I see. So how long has this kind of business ongoing? It's been like many years, probably.
Yeah, we started off 2013, right?
2013 is
2013.
kind of like a
Yep.
9 years business.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Can I
So
say like
we're
is it like family business? Maybe is
yeah,
it like
yeah, yeah.
family?
It is a family business. It is a family
I
business.
see. I see. I see. That's how
So
you
yeah,
and your sister do it.
yeah. That's how we started. So gradually over the years, so we started to involving with the government link company. So how
Government. I
we government link company like the GLC in Malaysia. So we try to import and to see how we can develop and improve the self sufficiency of the meat in Malaysia, because
of the
we
meat.
right now, yeah, right now
I
in
see.
Malaysia we are having a shortage of meat in Malaysia. The
Also,
demand is so
you're
high.
talking about the production, right? The production of
Yes,
the meat, so they can
correct.
supply enough people in Malaysia to consume that.
Yep.
I
So
see.
basically more into food securities. Or yeah.
So, So both of you, I mean, like, have been doing this kind of business.
Mhm.
All right, that's interesting. And you're talking about farmers, right? Um,
Yes.
okay, so you're talking about maybe growing like the crops or things like that. You're
Yep. Yep.
basically trying to
Yep.
help them. Can
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say so?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. Very true. So what we do is we develop we learn our own on in terms of the know-how and the
Mhm.
technology. So we went to Australia, Thailand, um, and also to see to learn on it and to bring back to Malaysia. And we also plant our own crop. We call it elephant grass here for the cattle to for the feed for the cattle. So and then we also started doing coconut now, and yep,
Coconut.
and also yeah, coconut. Yeah, we try
Right, right.
to expand our business not only just for cattle alone. Hmm.
I see, I see, I see.
Yep.
Okay, so then, what do you think of the current situation in Malaysia, especially about you are probably in the food industry. What do you think about the current situation in 2022, especially after COVID? Do you think anything that has affected your business probably?
Yes and no.
Hey,
So. Mhm. So, in a sense of affecting the business, I would say not really because that time because it's been locked down, as you know. So the first day of lockdown, me and my sister, and also with our team, we went to Thailand. I mean, the border of Thailand to try to import
ah,
cattle because we need to help, and we did supply for the police
police.
is called yeah PGA Pasukan Gerakan Khas to help them in terms of getting the supply and yeah. So affecting gas because we couldn't choose our own cattle in Australia and also in Thailand because we would like to basically hand pick each of the cattle. So over there you can do that, right? So affecting in that sense. So we don't know what we are getting in Malaysia. Yeah, basically yeah.
I
Mhm.
see, I see, I see. Right, that's good. I think nowadays people are also looking into business like this because probably, well, this is a good business. Not just to say a good business, but how we as humans can try to help each other, right? By increasing the supply so that uh, the people are quite a lot and the food are limited, right? And probably this is something that RIMAU now is doing. Okay, I just have one probably very curious question, right?
Yeah. All right.
Why the name is Rimau Nangis? Nangis
Nice.
is like crying.
Crying tiger. Yeah, correct. If you translate direct
Harimau,
translate to English,
Harimau.
yeah, harimau
Harimau is the
menangis. Yeah,
I see. All right.
yeah.
Okay.
So
And why so? Why is
mhm.
it so? Why do you call it Rimau Nangis? Any
So
history?
yeah, it is basically is a part of the cuts of the cattle actually. So Rimonangis in our there's many interpretation in every state. So for example, if you go to Kelantan, Rimonangis is the sauce, right? So if you
Okay.
go to for ourselves, we bring the brand, the Kedah brand, because like I say, it's a family business. So our father is Kedahan,
Mhm.
and in Kedah and the local cuts we call rimonangis is the brisket basically the front of the
I see.
cattle. So the front of the cattle it produce the sweetness of the cattle. And also
Mhm.
in another uh, how do you say, in another way of saying is that when the cow gets the best cut it started to cry. Yeah, so that's why
Oh.
we call it rimonangis. It's not a new saying; it's an old saying. For example, in the English term, we have like tenderloin. So if you have a tenderloin, then if you cut into small, we call filet mignon. So it's the same in Bahasa Malaysia, like that. Yep. So over here, if you go down to KL or Southern, we call it batang pinang, which is the
Batam.
tenderloin. yeah, Batang
Right.
Pinang, which is the loin. So for in Kedah, we call it RIMAU nangis, and that is the brisket. For us, that is the sweetest part of the meat. If you can see in the US, they're famous.
Yeah. Right.
They brisket,
Oh, that's how.
like what's that? 7 days, yeah, smoke and this and that, right? So yeah, that's where the name originates. That's why we
Oh,
use that. Yeah.
I see. I see. I see. I see. I see. Okay. Okay. So well, I have a question to probably this Tumpute, right?
Yes.
So Tumpute Nor Rabia. You are the CTO of the company, right? I mean,
I'm this.
quite rare for a woman to stand up as a
Yeah.
CTO of company. So, what do you think of this position, and how do you feel? What do you feel about it?
What
Yeah.
do I? Sorry. What do I
What do you
feel?
feel about it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
about the
Uh,
position being CTO in the company.
I, I find it very interesting. There's a lot of challenges that I have to
Uh,
go through, but
as
I find it very interesting. So yeah, so it's a challenge for me. So to me, every day there's a new challenge that I have to overcome, and there's always new things coming. So as a CTO, I find it very interesting. I think. Yeah, I think
that's
so.
great. That's
I
great.
yeah.
Yeah. In many companies, it's not to say really a lot, right? Especially
Mm,
for women to have such a responsibility, right? Probably marketing side,
mm,
yes, I do see a lot, but CTO side is not much. And well, about this food stuff and about the I mean the food that this Datuk Abdul Hariasa has been explaining. That's
mm.
great. So, can I ask both of you also about why jumping into this cryptocurrency? Okay, what,
Yeah.
how does it happen? Right.
So yeah, basically, in terms of the whole situation, what is happening in Malaysia and with the farmers and everything, we try to help the farmers because under us we have a few farmers. It's not an association, so we handle them, and also they bring their own cattle. So we try to supply the cattle. So we try to help the farmers. So for that, they basically are very, how do you say, uh, they're not modern in terms of doing how to do smart farming, right? So they're not very modern in terms of that. So we try to teach and not teach, educate on how the structure and the whole supply chain from breeding, feedlotting and feeding, stuff like that. So why we are interested in terms in the blockchain is because we see, uh, we feel that we both believe that the blockchain personally is the best working system for data storing. So and plus the security and it's the trustworthiness, since the data is almost uneditable. So in this game, I would say it's all about data, because for now, Malaysia have no data of how many stock we have. So we have the last data is back on 2016 by the World Bank, and it stated 200,000 hits are in Malaysia, but until now we don't know. So when COVID hits, we know that there's not enough supply. So what we did was, we started with doing the IoTs, Internet of Things. So we tag
Oh.
each cow, we tag each cow that we import from Australia and also Thailand. So we have the
Mhm.
data. So that data we can show to the government, also the farmers and the people, saying that, look, we know how
Mm.
many stock we have here right now. So that's why we are interested in the blockchain, very interested in blockchain, because we cannot change the data in that sense. Yeah.
I see. I see. I see.
Yeah.
All right. So do you think? Okay, so you're saying that this blockchain is something that probably can help business, right? That's
Yes.
good because of the technology.
Yep.
And Okay, can I ask you probably are you planning to create your own company token maybe, right?
Yes, in the future. In the future. So what we have our partner in Indonesia who's helping us out, which is Sankara. So Sankara Misa, they have developed their own the whole ecosystem basically. They are they are they have their token, they have their NFTs, they have their a few platform where they have, like, for example, music, movies, and everything. So that is what we're trying to achieve over here, rather than just stay as one specific business. But we focus a lot on the agriculture side. So we like how Sakara approach uh, the digital world and include the physical world as agriculture, in terms of how they put agriculture to digital world. So that's why we partner up with them, and we're very happy to work together hand in hand in terms of how to enhance this crypto, the whole blockchain, the NFTs, the token. So yeah,
I see.
so that's what.
Okay. So I mean, beside the two of you, right?
Mhm.
So like Ton is responsible for the tech. CEO, you're probably running the company. I mean, beside the two of you, anybody else probably in the team? Like, how big is the size of the team to do actually or to support this RIMAU Nangis into the blockchain?
Yep. So we have around 50 people. I mean,
50,
uh,
1 5.
50 on the farm. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So we have 50 on the farm. So to overall, it's about 500. If I'm saying, is it
Yeah,
500? Yeah,
it's around 500.
around 400 plus 500. Yeah, close to 500. So in terms of, yeah, people helping us, because we cover basically, not to say cover, but we basically the whole Semenanjung, we have each farm and in every state. So yeah, so our closest we have our chairman, which is our
Mhm.
eldest brother. Yep.
Mhm.
So, and we have my elder sister who's helping on the admin and such. So we have our cousin in the IT. We have our childhood friend, basically more like a
Family
family,
business.
purely family business who's helping us out.
Really family business. Oh, I see.
Yeah, family business. Yeah. So our uncle is there, and everyone's involved. So yeah.
I see. So you already know each other very, very well,
Yeah. So
right? Because
basically, it's more easier to trust in the business sense. Like we know the
mm,
data and everything here and there. It's all secured. Just us family. Yeah. Yeah.
I see. I see. Okay, maybe I have a question for the CTO since you are probably
Yeah.
responsible for the tech, right?
Oh, yes.
Um, how, I mean, what do you think of the difficulty, right, implementing this business, right? How, I mean, the setup, is it too difficult or how easy or things that you can transform that this kind of business into the blockchain? And then how do you think the system gonna work, right? Do you think people, your staff probably in the future, can they accept this technology?
Hmm.
How do you think that people can start accepting blockchain technology, especially like because farmers technology like into blockchain, right? It's kind of different, right? So do you have any plan for that? Yeah.
So, I do believe, yeah, it's quite hard for them to understand this because it's a new thing. It's the future is modern. So, but I feel for the concept of blockchain, which I personally think is the best working system for data storing, security, and trustworthiness, like what Datu Adi said earlier on, since the data is almost uneditable. So for me, we have to educate them, we have to show them, so this is a new thing, this is the future, this is what people are doing now, so they can it's like, sorry, firstly, like, I do believe the NFC and metaverse will be the future of business, given that technology has been on the rise for the last decade compared to any other time. um, this is the right time to evolve with virtual reality world and its implication on business. So it has its pros and cons, because you need to educate them more detail
Understood.
new
Yes,
things.
yes.
Yeah. So that's the challenge of it, which is fun also. So you're bringing something new to them. So it's a win-win situation, I think. That's
I, I,
yeah.
I would say that the challenge is there. The challenge is big, it's hard, but
Yes.
at the same time as well, the opportunity is big. It's very big, it's
Yes.
very huge.
It's very big.
Something a lot that all of us can explore. Right, that's
Yes.
interesting. Very well explained for that. Okay,
Thank you.
so um, well, as you say that since that you are coming to blockchain, right? Blockchain is something that connected to the worldwide, right?
Yes. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I think
I think we
internet
got
is
cut
yeah.
cut off.
Sorry.
Hello. Oh, sorry. You just now. Yeah.
Yeah, we connected right now. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Internet problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are back live again. Sorry to the audience that something suddenly cut off.
Yeah. Yeah, no
Okay,
worries.
now,
Please, yeah.
I was just asking, right? I mean, because now you are jumping to the blockchain, a blockchain, and then later on you have a token. It's something that you're gonna, get connected with the worldwide, right? So, but
Yes.
then your company is a private limited. Is it like registered in Malaysia? You have a company base that is in Malaysia.
Yep.
Okay, so now, I mean, how how do you plan, right, to actually get the word, or I mean, do you even have a plan to get word knowing about RIMAU, a company
Yeah.
that is based in Malaysia? Like, I mean, people from Singapore or from the Southeast Asia probably that can get to know about RIMAU. Do you have that plan? Do you have that kind of vision to do that? Yeah.
Yep. We do actually. We do. So hence the NFTs. So what we're doing with Sankara right now. So if
Mm.
we as a company in Malaysia alone, so it's very
Mhm.
hard to get for example, with our neighbors, because our neighbors have their own agriculture
Mm.
company as well, things like that. So in order to do globally is basically blockchain, digitalize it. So yep. So hence, why Sankara is really helping us in terms of developing our NFTs. Yeah,
Mhm.
because Sankara has been doing it. I mean, very well in
Mhm.
terms of explaining. So when we create an NFT, is back is asset back, basically.
That's it.
So yeah, asset back. So what we do is, with the cattle, once we create the NFT for the cattle, right? So
Mhm.
when someone buys our NFT, is as if they are purchasing actual cattle itself. So
Okay.
yep. So just to explain, yep. So just to expel, I mean, explain in terms of our NFTs, what we provide is that we provide insurance for the cattle.
Oh,
So
you.
we
Okay.
became the first company to actually insure in the real world. I mean, right, in physically, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is what we trying to implement also in the NFTs. So we actually insured the capital investment of the
Mm.
purchaser or the investor. So and we also give return. So every up. So every cycle is about one cycle is about 75 days. So one cycle we give about 10%. So for example, if you go to our RIMAU.io, you can see the cheapest cattle is about 1,350. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So over there, 1,350 is insured and you get 10% in one cycle. So we
Mm.
break it into 5 cycle. So you can either choose, okay, you want 75 days, or you want the second cycle, or you go out throughout the year. So yeah, so every cycle is 10%, 10%, 10%. So overall, 50% per year. So that is what, and I think it's a good approach in the NFT world, because NFT usually is just a link to pictures, and also, you know uh, artwork and music or whatnot. So what we trying to do is like we back it up with the real asset itself. So yeah.
All right, all right. Thank you for the explanation. So it's very interesting whereby, so it's kind of like you are making it is much easier for people. Let's say like maybe investing in your company or purchasing something, so that yeah, by selling the NFT, you're saying that
Yeah.
the NFT will represent the cattle, right? So it is not just art. It is not just
It's just
art,
not.
something digital that people can see but cannot touch. But NFT, the one that you are working on, is that it is actually the digital thing which represents the real item. Can I say so?
Yes. Correct.
I
Yep.
see. So that's
Yep.
interesting. So basically, the white people, they can actually get the access to the Rimau Nangis
Yes. Yep.
through
True.
the creation
The
of the NFT. That's
Correct.
how it is done. Okay.
Yeah. Correct.
Well, this is I mean, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't hear much about, I mean, like a kind of traditional business, especially in well, in terms of farming, in terms of things like this, right? And then jumping to the blockchain stuff, right? I
Yeah.
mean, well, you will do great. Okay, in
Thank
Malaysia,
you.
I
Yeah.
think I still have not ever. I've been staying there for like 10 years. This is
Huh?
probably
Oh.
the first time that I get to know into this stuff. So really,
Ah.
thank you for your time, for explaining all this stuff. And if I can make it, I'm currently based in Indonesia. Okay, when I
Oh.
have time, I want to catch up with you guys in
Please,
Malaysia, so that we
please
can
come
discuss
on.
about this. And then I
Yep.
want to have a live interview session, not just online like this, right?
Yep.
So that I can get to know more about what you plan to do, and probably in months later, maybe I'll be asking you about the development of the project. Okay,
Yes. Thank
so
you. Thank
yeah, I think we have come to the end of the session, right?
you. Yep.
Once again, thank you for both of you. I just, when we were just talking, I just checked out the website. It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty interesting. RIMAU NFT collection, first metaverse.
Yep.
And wow, who is the designer? I mean, this is cute.
We
Like
we have a good one. Sankara. We have.
fun by Sankara. That's interesting. And we
Yes.
have,
So that's why.
yeah, guys,
The,
I mean, the audience should check out this the website. You can even see the cute tiger.
yep.
Yeah, I think this is the one that you're talking about, right? The
Yes.
colorless
Correct.
cattle NFC
Yes.
Yeah.
collection.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and you can view in on the Sankara land. Okay, you have your team members. Okay, that wow, wow, this is amazing. Okay, so I encourage everyone who's I mean watching right now. Ya, maybe I just say a little bit in Malay. Ya, semuanya terima kasih. Selamat malam tuh ya. Mungkin
Yep.
dalam bahasa Inggris, nanti mungkin kalau saya ada kesempatan saya boleh terjemahkan dalam bahasa Melayu. Tapi ya bahasa Melayu masih lancar kan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good.
Bagus.
Bagus.
So, ya tuh semuanya mungkin yang masih belum tahu tentang Rimau Nangis ya, bisa saja langsung boleh aja langsung masuk ke dalam rimaunangis.io ya. Ini
Yep.
sebuah projek Malaysia yang dari traditional business convert ke dalam bentuk blockchain. Mereka nanti akan juga punya token dan mereka ada penjualan NFT di mana NFT-nya itu berupa real asset, ya, real asset. Mereka ada plantation NFT, ada cattle, jadi bukan sejenis art yang kita beli hanya untuk hype, ya, di mana kita berharap itu dia punya price nenek, tapi kemudian bye bye. Tapi ini ada sebuah asset, real stuff. Right? This is not digital art. It represents something, an item. Okay,
Yep.
thank you very much.
Alright.
Really amazed. I'm very amazed. Sangat memuji ya kepada apa namanya, dua saudara saudari. Ya, yang
Thank you.
pertama adalah ya, so yang Dato Abdul Hadi Atar dan juga Tumpute Nur Rabia. Yakin saya
Yes.
harus coba hafal lagi namanya, besok mungkin saya udah hafal.
No worries, no worries. Yeah.
Terutama untuk Tumpute Nur Rabia itu luar biasa, seorang perempuan sebagai CTO memahami teknologi blockchain dan saya sangat excited di mana melihat zaman sekarang yang dimana perempuan sangat, ya, tak banyak lah women in the world, into cryptocurrency. Basically they are in marketing side, doing the business sales, but this time we are very glad and fortunate to have someone, a CTO, right? I think a lot of women in the world would love to learn from you. If you do have your, I don't know, Instagram or anything that they can reach out to you, probably to ask things, a question, things like that. That's interesting. You are basically a motivation for all the women in the world. Yeah. Thank you to both of you. It's really lovely to you guys here in this channel, Anderson Crypto. I hope to catch up with you guys in the next session, probably if you have time later on. Okay, that's
Yep.
amazing. Have a good
Thank you
night.
so much.
Thank
Good
Right
night.
now,
you.
probably at time around 10 p.m.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Okay, great. Now I
Alright.
can
Thank you.
say.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank
Okay.
having us.
you.
Thank
Right.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye. Yeah.